Ecamm Fam, what is good, y'all? What is good? Welcome to another episode of Marshall Creates with Ecamm. As you can see, I was getting myself together because I literally just got back in from a client meeting. So, literally just came in. But you gotta love Ecamm, y'all. You could just plop down and get your show started. So, and shout out to the countdown, y'all, as well. Shout out to having those few seconds to get myself together. But welcome. Happy Thursday, happy Friday, Saturday, whatever day it is that you are watching this. Let me just say hey to some of you guys. Parker, great to see you. Welcome. Comments are looking small today. Let's fix that. Mr. Camera Junkie, great to see you. Rainy, great to see you as well. The best music. Look, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. George. Wow. Welcome, George. I'm happy to have you. I'm honored that you are joining us today. Welcome. Hey, Kathy. It's great to see you. Happy Thursday to you. Setup is coming together. I appreciate that. I think this is the longest that I haven't changed it since I've been down here in this new home office. I haven't really added anything new in the past couple of weeks. I think last week is when I added the additional light. Well, I had the light sitting in the corner, but last week I attached it to the bookshelf like it is right here. So other than that, I haven't made any adjustments to it. So I'm feeling pretty good about it because you know how it is, y'all. Like once you get started on upgrading your office space, it seems like it's always something new that you need or you want to add some extra sauce to the setup. But I think it's pretty cool. I mean, outside of, I'm always getting new books. Probably won't change too much. You know what? I need to turn the light on. So give me 1 second. There we go. I knew something was a little off about it. But yeah, guys, good to see everyone. So yes, this episode we are talking about video intro. So rather than I know we kind of cut it short last week. It wasn't short, but we didn't spend a bunch of time on creating the animated overlays. I figured we would start this week with doing a couple more of those and then jumping right into the intro videos for your recordings and live streams. So if you don't know what I use Final Cut Pro for these, and I download plugins, and it's just plug and play. So there are a lot of options that we can choose from, but I did want to start, at least when I do the intro videos, with like a show. So if you guys have an idea, or maybe your own show or something, I figured we would do like a quick logo for it and then create an intro video using a plugin. So drop them in the comments if you're like, hey, I have a logo. If you have a logo you can send me, that will work. Or if you have an idea for a quick logo, like a show that you have, we can make a quick logo for it and then do the intro. So let me know, and we can do that. So in the meantime, as you guys are thinking about that, we can create a couple more animated overlays like this one. I think, hold up, let me see. Let me find the one I created last week. Oh, nope, that's not it. Hold on, y'all. I must have deleted it out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and create another one. We did one last week for the leap into live selling, but I must have deleted it out of this. So let me just grab it really quickly so you can see what I'm talking about if you didn't join us last week. But how you guys doing? How's your week been going? My week's been busy. I was in Atlanta this weekend for a client. The client brought me out to actually help them with Ecamm, y'all, and help them with their home office. So that was a cool experience to do. So you gotta love Ecamm. Look, it's an extra revenue stream just because people see me on this channel like, hey, you must know something about Ecamm. Can we bring you out to help us? I'm like, yeah, I'll come out. My first time flying first class. It was fun. It wasn't that much different than coach to me, but I felt bougie for a little bit, if that's worth anything. So welcome. Stream Deck to work. Yes, me too. You know what? I actually I uninstalled it, and I didn't install it back yet because I was actually going to take it with me to Atlanta, but I ended up not doing it. Um, so okay. So I'm gonna pull up last week's folder. Give me 1 second. Ecamm video. Okay. Animated overlays, media. Here it is, right here, y'all. Boom. So this is the one we created last week. Okay. So we're gonna do a couple, like at least one more of these, and then we'll head into the creating the intro. So if you guys don't have any ideas for a logo, or your own show, or if you don't have any logos to send me, then I'll just make one up. I'll make one up on the fly. So give me just 1 second, y'all. So we're gonna be using Final Cut Pro. Cool. All right, y'all. Thank you, man. Yeah, it was fun. It was a cool experience. I helped the client with Ecamm, and the cool thing is, y'all, at the conclusion of it, the client wanted some overlays. So I'm going to design a set of overlays for the client, actually 2 sets, a set for him and a set for his wife, who also live streams. And I'm going to set up his profiles in Ecamm and send it to him with the overlays already in it, y'all. It's amazing. It's amazing. You gotta love Ecamm. It makes me look like a professional, like I've got it all figured out. But it's Ecamm. They created these tools for us to use, and this is just one use case where I'm able to use it and come across like a professional. And that's what Ecamm has allowed me to do over the past few years, is show up like a professional. That's all I'm doing. So do a consult, and as a follow-up, it's like an action step. Say, yeah, create these overlays for you, and I'll go ahead and set them up in advance, export the profile, send it to you. So all he has to do is load it up. And I can also set up his Stream Deck profiles as well, but it's not Ecamm, but just an extra way to add some extra value to something like that. So what you got, Honest Accomplice? What you got for us? Talk to me. Talk to me. And we probably could just jump right into that, but I will do one more, overlay, just because. Why not, right? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So let me close out the page. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. It's probably going to share the wrong screen. So I'm trying to close some of this stuff out from my meeting with the client. We were at Panera Bread. So give me 1 second here. Yes. Okay. If you have a logo, send it to Marshall at 120designstudio.com. I should be able to add it. To the comments. Marshall at 120designstudio.com. Send it on over. Send it on over. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this so we're not wasting time. Yep, I figured it would share the wrong screen. All right, y'all. So hold on. Secondary. We'll keep this display up. We'll keep it up. Okay. So here we are inside of Final Cut Pro, and I'm gonna do one for. You know what? I may save that. So let's go ahead and do an intro video. It works the same way. Okay. So I'll do File, New, Library. Gonna go to Stream SSD. Well, we can keep it in the same library, actually. We'll keep it in the same library. So I'll do File, New, Project. We'll just keep it at 1080p. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Usually it would be 4K, but I don't want to stress the machine too much while I'm live streaming. So I'll create a new project and let's go ahead and look at some of these plugins that we have, y'all. And I get them from LinoFX or Motion VFX, but the pack that I'm looking at is from linofx.com. If you haven't seen it, I'll show it to you really quickly. linofx.com. So I have the Absolute pack, which is literally everything that they sell on the site. But I was able to get it for $99 a couple weeks ago. So let's see what they have in terms of like intro. Or logo. Let's look at that. Essential logo reveals. And I'll check my email as well while we're doing this. Dan Roth, gotcha. The inclusion revolution. So this is Dan's logo that we're gonna work with. It may be a little tough because, like, do you have the logo like on a PNG, like with no background, with the letters by themselves? Do you have that? If not, I'll still make this work. This is what I do. Well, I'll still make it work. But if you do have it with no background, that would be better. And this is just some quick game, y'all. So I'm a graphic designer by trade, right? So your logo, I mean, you have a bit more leeway when it comes to shows because, shows, podcast titles, and things of that nature, they're a bit different than logos. But, take Ecamm's logo, for example. That's a clearly defined logo, but then they have the show called The Flow. They don't necessarily have a logo for that, but it's more text-based. So you have a bit more leeway when it comes to text-based. But just in general, when it comes to logos, you want them to be simple, memorable, timeless, versatile, and appropriate. Okay? So it has to hit all that criteria. So this is a bit busy. I know you're not asking for feedback on your logo, but the reason it should hit that criteria is because when it comes to using the logo in different use cases, it may make it a bit more difficult, So this is a perfect example. Whereas if it was just the words or if there was a transparent background or if it hit the criteria, like if I was to, I won't jump into it because I'm getting into my design. I'm putting my design hat on. We'll make this work. We'll make this work, Dan. All right. We'll make it work. So let's just look at these really quickly. See what we got here, and we can use these. So typically that's why you see these logo intros with more of like a flat look as opposed to 3D, because you can drop any logo that hits that criteria in there, change the colors, and you're good to go, right? So yours, we may have to do something a bit different with it, but I'll still download this and install it because I have it. We may need to do something a little bit differently with your logo, the inclusion revolution. So let's just see what else we have here. Intro. I'm going to pull up my comments on the other side. Start as a logo. I gotcha. Start as a presentation and turn into a logo. Gotcha. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't want to give you too much homework because I don't have a problem doing it. I have software that I can use that can do it. It won't take too long. So, cool. So first, I'm going to do one for Creator Camp, y'all. Let's go ahead and do one for Creator Camp. That's coming up in October. You guys do not want to miss Creator Camp. I don't know if you guys saw the post in the group about it, but in case you missed it, here it is. Creator Camp is coming up. Capping this event at 100 people. So you want to make sure that you're on the wait list. It's a 3-day event in the Boston area, and we're going to have different workshops. I will be there facilitating a workshop. It'll be Doc Rock, Adrian. He's coming over the pond. A lot of heavy hitters will be there facilitating workshops and presentations to make sure that you're able to take your video game to the next level using Ecamm. And it's this October, y'all. 3 days. I'm pumped up about it. October can't get here fast enough. So we're gonna do one for Creator Camp. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is save this image. Let's do episode. I'm gonna save it right in here. Okay, then I'll open up Photoshop really quickly. I'm on the client work. I always got tons of client work up on my computer, y'all. I just want to take this the logo out really quick. And we'll do without the brown outline because it's not enough contrast between the brown and the blue behind it, so we don't want any smoke. All right. All right, that's good enough. All right, so I want to export this layer. I actually am going to add an outline around it really quickly. Open, and I'm going to add a blue outline really quickly, y'all. Just checking with you guys. Leno FX. No, I believe it's Final Cut Pro only, Kathy. Let me double check here. Yeah, it's just Final Cut Pro. But Motion VFX works with, I believe they have Premiere. Yep, up here. Oh, they partner with YC Imaging. That is cool, man. That's good to see. That's cool. They are a bit pricier though. Their plugins range between $80 to $100 each. Here, and they rarely have sales. So usually the sales like, okay, add 3 items to your cart, then save 15%, right? It's like, what if I don't want to spend $300 a day? So as you look, it's $459 right here. But this is a bundle. But I like their stuff. It's high quality to me, and their installation process is really seamless. For example, VFX, I think it's called Installer. They have their own little standalone app where you can manage your plugins and install them, uninstall them, and you're able to have your plugins installed on 2 separate machines as well. All right, then hold on. Golly, of course it wouldn't use my fingerprint. It normally doesn't do all of this, y'all. Of course, when I'm on live. So this is the interface of the installer. So you can see the all of the different plugins you have, and then how many machines they're installed on as well. So yeah, I love Motion VFX. Deals. Get 30% off when you order 5 or more items. 20% off when you order 3, 50% off when you order 2. So yeah, it's a little something off, but still, like I said, they're a bit more pricey. So yeah, definitely love motion VFX. I got a question, sharing my screen, and I have a guest on. Is there a setting where my guest can see the screen as well? They would probably have to be watching the stream separately. I could be wrong. But usually when I'm on, I have only used interview mode a couple of times. But usually when you're on, I believe you should be able to see the screen. I could be wrong. Somebody help me. But if not, you would have to have the stream up separately. Like, for example, I have an iPad in front of me. So if I'm on with someone and I can't see the screen, I would just have the stream up separately. Of course, muted on my iPad or on my phone or something like that. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I appreciate it. Okay. So he says you have to change your preferences. Motion VFX. Yeah, I agree. I have slowed down on them because I used to spend way too much money, as you can see by my my plugins on their stuff. But you're gonna get some high quality out of there. So yeah, maybe I'll do one on Motion VFX, like a episode, just to show you the different plugins that I use and how I use them. Like I use M Title Kinetic a lot, M Behavior. I use Ecamm Rig a lot, M LUT. So yeah, I love it. Okay. So let me jump back here. Gonna add a little bit of an outline to this really quickly. Okay, where is it? Outline. Boom. Radius. And let's make it this blue. I know it's typically brown, but I like the blue. You know what? Let's stay on brand. It's like this shade. Cool. So being as though I like bootleg, rip this off of a Facebook image, I'm going to actually enhance it. So I'll show you how to do that. I use an app called Gigapixel AI. So I'm going to enlarge it and hopefully get a little bit more clarity. Oops, I didn't export it. Export it as a PNG. Okay. So as you can see, I doubled the size of it and it gave me a little bit more clarity, and I have different models I can use to enhance it. Standard. So no, I'm not in Final Cut yet. I'm just trying to enhance this logo using a couple different tools. The first of which was Affinity Designer. Wow. I actually pulled it out of Photoshop, brought it into Affinity to add the outline, and now I'm in Gigapixel AI. So yeah, this is cool, y'all. You know what? Let's go back to very compressed and save it. Okay, so now we have the logo. Now I can come back into Final Cut Pro, and I'm gonna grab we didn't download the intro yet. So I'm actually gonna log in and search for intros. Or logo. Let's see here. Let's see what this looks like really quickly. Yeah. So when it comes to intros like this, you would just want to make sure, can you guys hear me? You would just want to make sure that you have enough footage to go behind it. So as you can see, like they usually have some type of B-roll or something behind it. But let's go ahead and download one. Oh, not add to cart because I already have this. Intros. Download. I'm gonna download this and download the logo animation. Oh wow, I appreciate that. I haven't even really done anything yet, so that makes me feel good. But half the time, I'm like, I'm probably getting on their nerves with this. Okay, so then go to logo, dynamic logo reveal. Let's see what we have. Clean, essential. What's dynamic? Let's see what this is. These are really simple ones. It says sold out. How you gonna sell out of a digital product? All right. Okay. So now those are downloaded. I'm gonna install them really quickly. Downloads, dynamic logo reveal. Double click. Go through the installation process. Agree. Sell my soul. As usual. All right. So that's done. And I'll close out Final Cut Pro. Even though it didn't ask me to, but that's the polite thing to do, is to close out of Final Cut Pro when you're installing these plugins. Oops. Intros. Agree. Install. Oh, I'll receive it. I'll receive it. Thank you. Okay. So we're all installed. So let's come back into Final Cut Pro. And I have an idea for one of the ones that I saw. Okay. So now I'm looking for what I just downloaded. Dynamic logo reveal. Did this zoom in for you guys when I did this? Let me know. So I'm just going to scroll through to preview these different logo reveals. I don't think that really fits Creator Camp. This may work because we could put some B-roll behind it. So what I'm going to do is drag this down here, right? Import the logo. Import selected. So now that I have this down here, looking for the drop zone with the logo. Let's see if it's this one. It is. Okay, perfect. So I'll do apply clip. So So that's cool, but I believe I can add some footage. I would hope I could add some footage behind it. I guess not. There would have been another drop zone area. Blur amount, noise amount. But I'm not seeing it, so I may have to try another. Unless, let me see something. If I add this below it, will you see me? Nope. Okay, well, if I change this where it says your tagline here to October 2023, as you can see, it works just like that. So let me make it like more full screen. Sorry for me. Let me take myself out of it. Make it full screen. So that could work. I don't know if the glitch works with this, but as you can see, you see how easy it is to do something like this. Eddie T, was great to see you. Great to see you, my brother. Okay, but I wanted to find one where there was a space for like a background, like the example that they showed. All right, all else fails. Let's. Oh, okay. I know a quick way I could do it. If all else fails, type in logo again. Have to do a couple different layers. Oh, we know what, guys? It was on the intro. That's what it was. It was on the intro. So I'll show you how to get a little saucy on here. So I'm gonna go to. I don't know if I can do this on the camera because there's an app that I use to download YouTube videos. So let me do that. I'm gonna find one really quickly on Ecamm Live. It would be cool to have like a trailer. Is there one for Creator Camp? I don't think so. If not, we could do one for the live selling. Deep into live selling. This is perfect. So I'm gonna share this, get this link, move this over here. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. So I'm gonna use this mysterious app. Close your eyes, guys, so you can't see it underneath. Well, you can see it now. Get this YouTube video really quickly, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a layer behind it. Okay, so now it's downloaded. Let me add it to the correct folder. Downloads, here it is. Command C. Boom. Ecamm. Animated overlays. Media. Command V. So I'm just using this for B-roll purposes. So now I'm going to import it. Leap into live selling. Import selected. Drag it in. Turn the volume down because we don't need it. Where do I want this to show? So we can start here with Doc Rock. That's fine. So now I should be able to drop this background out Let's see. I'm looking at this for the first time. So I actually like that. I actually like the orange glow. So I'm just, I'm doing this for the first time, guys. I've never used this, but usually with the plugins, when you install them, you use them, and you can look at on the right hand side and just literally play around with these different settings and see what does what. So now that we're going dark with the background, I'm going to change the color of the text to like white, and that's not even right. So I need to find it. Maybe here. Make this white. There we go. And then I'm looking for an outline around the words. Is this it? What about this? Nope. What about this? Nope. Oh, let me actually read. I'm trying to hurry up. Worst come to worst, I'm gonna leave it, y'all. Outline. Here it is. This is what I was looking for. Outline. Boom. So yeah. So that's a quick example of like a logo intro. But of course, if you get more of the actual intros with different scenes, like we looked at, you will want to have more B-roll for the background. And we can do that if we have time as well. Like this one that we looked at, where it has a bunch of different text. So I do have this downloaded, so we can try that. Maybe we'll do that with the Honest Accomplice. All right. All right, so let's do yours now. All right, move this over here. All right, Dan, let's do yours now. So what I'm going to do is download your logo from the internet. Save it. Dan logo. So I'm going to use this program that I have called remove.bg. And it should remove the background right from his logo. I mean, I use it for removing someone, like an actual person from the background all the time. But it should function the same way. Oops. I need to change where it's being saved. First, well, let's do a quick one. Let's do a new one real quick, dang. Let's do a new one real quick. I know we run out of time, so I'm gonna make it quick, y'all. And I'm just gonna use Affinity. I usually use Illustrator for logos. But I'm going to use Affinity really quickly. So the Inclusion Revolution file, new. Let's just do 1500 by 1500. So inclusion is going to be the focal point. So I just typed it. You can't see it, but let's do something like, well, let's just find a font. How about that? Let's do Archable. Yeah. Bold. All right. Inclusion. Y'all give me a color scheme or I can find one. Inclusion. And then revolution. But let's do a SVG font. That'd be cool. Face back. And then let's make the kind of small. Like this. And it's actually, hold up. Master vector. I have like a vector document that I use for like little elements. Let's use this one. Command C. Command V. Make it larger. So this is going to go in the background behind inclusion. And now we can start adding some color to it just to make it a little dynamic. So it's just a quick text-based logo. And I'll probably move this down here. DI related. Okay. So is this font too informal? Let me know. Well, let's see. Autism color scheme. Let's find out. Autism awareness. I like these. I'm just going to copy it. Is that too bright? I like these more muted colors. Copy image. How would I use this here? I'm thinking about making all of these a different color, but I feel like that may be a little too busy. Colorzilla, no, but I do use Color Slurp, but I just copied and pasted this inside of Affinity. I do use Color Slurp. I love the app. Where is it? So if I was to try to get color codes, I can just do like this. And it makes that sound. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it makes that slurp sound, which I think is absolutely hilarious. My wife thinks it's disgusting. Like if I'm working near her and she hears that, she's like, "What are you doing? What are you watching?" I'm just over here color slurping. Oh, all right. So let's okay. I'm just gonna get. I think we're gonna keep it simple with that color scheme, but I still want to have the puzzle pieces. Use maybe one of these. what? This could work right here. Have like the circle around it with the hands. That may work, but let me just take a look at one more option. Yeah, I actually like that. Maybe even this one right here. I don't know if that's too playful though, Dan. And then put the logo in the middle, but have the hands going around it. Is that too playful, or should we just go with the puzzle pieces? Me too. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. I think we're gonna go with this. Okay. So now I can make these hands those different colors in that color palette that we downloaded. Oh my goodness. Well, let's scratch that whole idea. I did not know. I apologize. I did not know. I actually did, some autism related logos in the past, and my clients requested the puzzle pieces. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So let's just keep it simple with the color scheme, y'all. So I know we're running out of time. Let's maybe even do a gradient. Um, you know what? We got to go with the colors, y'all. We got to go with I'm making an executive decision. I typically don't do this, in my day to day, because in most cases your logo shouldn't have more than 3 colors max. But we recognize the relevance, right? So we're gonna break the rules. Let me see something. Okay. I'm breaking the rules, y'all. Rules are meant to be broken. So I'm just gonna go ahead and restart. Okay, I think that looks cool. So then for this, we can keep it simple. Let's go with this, but then spin it around a circle and see what may look best. Yeah, let's just keep it like this. Okay. Insinuates that those autism miss something and try to refrain. Yeah, I can get that. I can understand it. Because usually when I see the puzzle pieces, usually one is missing. So that makes sense, man. That makes sense. And shout out to them for calling that out. Because I know how it is. Like, people can try to be inclusive and end up being offensive and not realizing why. And then people won't tell them, like, okay, that's kind of offensive. And then we're like, well, why? So I'm glad that they did explain. Okay. I may just keep the actual keep this like this. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying not to go too busy with it, y'all. So how about I just take this gray? All right. Cool. Awesome. So hold on, let me just see. I want to try one thing. So I'm not totally sold on that font. I have thousands of fonts, y'all. We could go something like this, right? Then make it smaller and then space it out some. Let's go ahead and close this up. I don't think we even need that background. All right, y'all, I got 4 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and delete this out. Artboard, insert the artboard. Let's crop this in as close as possible. One more thing. Let's see if we change this color to, yeah, I like that. All right. Export this logo. Let's just do like 2000. Boom. Media. Okay. All right, let's try to do an actual, throw me some buzzwords, Dan. Intros. That I can put in one of these actual, intros. Accomplice. Okay. Cool. Let me see if we can have find one that may work for that. Okay. Dang, now I can't find one I like to go with it. All right, let's use this one. And then if we have to, we'll add something. We'll add another. Okay, so they have different versions you can use. Okay. Equity. Equity. So let's start with equity, because I know that'll get people's attention. Equity. And let's go ahead and use the same font, Archable Serif. And the same color. So Archable Serif, bold. Let's do heavy, and then let's see what color we rocking with here. Double click. So now I can add this color here. Okay, equity, gender and racial wealth gap. I'm going for the one words. So let me see what that would look like if I had multiple words. Okay, neurodiversity. Let's see how long it is. Ooh, that might as well be 2 words. Gender and racial wealth gap. That's kind of long. I don't know if that's gonna work, brother. Let's just do wealth gaps. How about that? Wealth gaps. That's close enough. So when you're up here, you can save this. So wealth needs to be moved over some. Wealth gaps. And what else we got? Global majority. I'm just gonna leave it like that. We run out of time. Well, we ran out of time, but so now, so that's like kind of like an intro situation. But now we can add a simple logo reveal to the end of that to bring it together. I like this. So do you have a like a tagline? Because we can add a tagline. So I'm actually going to flip this. So this background is like a dark gray. So I need to find the color of it really quickly. So now if I can come here, change the background color to this. So what tagline we working with? One word buzzes. Okay, let's just say equity. Let's say equity like loading or something like that. I think that's cool. All right, and then for this logo, I'm looking for the drop zone. Here it is. I can add in the logo. Hold up, did I not save it? Oh, I think I did save it. What did I save it as, y'all? Media. Oh, Inclusion Revolution. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Inclusion Revolution. Boom. Oh, shoot. Shoot. It's black, so I gotta undo what I did. Cancel. So we're gonna keep the white color scheme. Okay. Boom. I should be able to make this a bit larger. And let's make this like go bold. So you can combine them, but typically I would want them both, everything to be the same color, right? So I'm gonna flip this to white really quick. Oh, so what is this background then? It is what it is. So the neurodiversity, I'm gonna make black instead of white. Let's see what the orange looks like. This looks cool. So what I'm gonna do is like just have a simple transition between these two so they'll look like they're related. Let's see what the cross dissolve does. Or I can literally move this in so I can use another plugin. Or like a wipe. Let's do that. Because there are tons of wipes I can use. It's getting kind of busy though, so I may just keep it simple, like with a wipe like this. Yeah, like that. Boom. So we have this one, and then we have this one. Cool. So it's kind of on the longer side. If you want to have like a quick intro, it should be like maybe 5-6 seconds. But you can see, you can use this one or this one. But the main thing was just seeing how you use these different plugins. So now what I'll do is I'll just delete docs part, delete this, and then export this. Export file, settings, H.264, that's all good. Media, let's just do Dan Roth intro. Of course, you guys some music and get sound effects. If you wanted to add sound effects, if you guys haven't, check out Envato Elements. They have cool sound effects. Boom. So you can have little things for sound effects for your logo animations. Whole bunch of stuff. It's some junk. It's a lot of junk, honestly, but you can find what you need. I also use Soundstripe as well. So this should be exported now. If I go down here, and overlays, media. Boom. So yeah, that's how you create. You can create an intro. I didn't add anything behind it, but if you had like other footage, that would be a bonus because you can add the footage behind it, like I did with this one. So, but yeah, plugins are where it's at, y'all. They're where it's at. And Final Cut Pro makes it super simple. I know if you use Premiere, they have them as well. You just have to download the right ones for your specific software. But yeah, let me check in with you guys. A path to progress. I'm just seeing this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm just seeing that. But yeah, hopefully this helps y'all. Final Cut Pro. I'm gonna rename this show to Final Cut Pro. But it's where it's at when it comes to editing your own videos, creating things for your live streams. It just doesn't get any better, honestly. So check it out. So I mean, you can just do so much. For example, if I want to delete the background altogether, let's see if it allows me to do that. So let me remove this. Yeah, we don't have that lines. No background. Then remove doc. Let me see if I can just export this alone. Delete this. Boom. With no background. It probably would depend on your plugin. But let's see. Drum roll, y'all. We're experimenting. That's what I do. I experiment a lot. Okay. So let's see if I add this. Boom. Would you look at that? You gotta love it, y'all. So you could be in the middle of a stream and have this come up. Of course, you want to move it over so it's not in front of your face. Make sure you check out Creator Camp in October. Join the wait list. More details to come, but it's limited to 100 seats. You don't want to miss it. Creator Camp. So you can do stuff like this when you're recording or you're live, and it saves time. You see what I'm saying? And I just did that on the fly. I didn't know if I'll be able to export that specific plugin with no background, but I was able to. So little things like that, where you start using the plugins, get in the habit of using these different plugins, tweaking the settings. As you can see, as I'm scrolling down, all of the different options. I don't know everything that I don't know everything that it does. Like all these different options that I scroll, it can be intimidating, but you just look for certain things. Like, okay, I know the logo is going to be a drop zone. This color looks like it's for this, you know. So you don't even need to tweak everything, but I know, like, for example, just now I knew I want to remove the background. So let me go find the background, remove it, and it was this BG on/off. I took it off, and then I went to export it as Apple ProRes 4444. And if you don't know, like check out last week's episode, because this is what you'll have to export it as. This is the format, the codec, in order to not have a background. But I didn't know if it was going to come out black or if it was actually not going to have a background. So yes, guys, get on the Creator Camp waitlist. I'm way over time, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and hopefully this was helpful, y'all. So cool. If this was helpful, leave a comment. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Ecamm Fam if you haven't already. Get Final Cut Pro if you haven't already. If you do anything school related, if you're in school, if you homeschool, you're in college, anything, go ahead and get it on the education pricing and save you $100, and you get several apps like Logic, something else, Final Cut Pro. I think GarageBand is already on there. So also get Apple Motion as well for $199. And you can use it in ways like this. So Creator Camp, y'all. Creator Camp. Make sure you you register, or at least join the wait list for Creator Camp. And let me pull it back up one more time. Boom. Everything's coming up at once now. Cool. All right, y'all. I will see y'all next week. Sorry for going over. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your week and a great weekend. Peace.